Mhm.
We going there.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all looking like, yo, it's 8:47. Well, we were having some technical difficulties, and I had to get that straight before the show could begin. But we are here, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic. I am your host, Tigmatic. And tonight, without further ado, I have my guest here because she's been sitting here waiting, trying to figure out how this thing was going to go on. And she was like, yo, and I'm like, yo, that's what was going on, y'all. I ain't hear her. She couldn't hear me. Now we got it right.
I was.
So, like I said, without further ado, I bring y'all Star Singletary, filmmaker, author, director, and welcome to the pod.
Hey, how you doing? Doing
All
good.
right, all right. I'm happy to have you here. It's been, about a week. It's been a nice little week. We've been corresponding and trying to get things situated, if you will, and figured out on how we gonna do things as far as
Hmm.
play and all of that. But before we get into that, I want you to tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, for starters, my name is Star Singletary, but I'm a film director, author, voiceover actor, and businesswoman first. So I'm from Fairmont, North Carolina, and I've been writing since the fourth grade. So that's a
Wow.
bit about me.
Writing since the fourth grade. Okay.
Hmm.
So tell me a little bit about that. Tell me what started this passion for writing. Like you said, you've been writing since the fourth grade, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's let's start there.
That's just something I picked up. Like, I just picked up a pen and piece of paper and just started writing. Like at first I was just doing little sentences and whatnot. Then I started getting into it. You imagine as a kid your imagination goes, you know, wow. So I just started coming up with stories. I was doing horror stories at first, but by my seventh grade year I got inspired by that. It's a movie called Something's Gotta Give with Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton in it.
Yes, yes, I'm familiar. That's a banger too.
It is. And
And you was young watching that
yeah, I
show.
was. It was my grandma's CD. It was her DVD at the time. I was in the seventh grade, so I got inspired by it. So I said, "Well, I want to write a romantic story." So I've been writing romantic stories ever since.
Yeah. Okay, so you're an author. You like writing stories, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
What you said you started in fourth grade, so I have that answer, but here's my next question to you, right?
I'm listening.
What was the first thing you wrote and what made you decide to take writing more serious to create stories? Because as I look at, your bio and
Hmm.
I see that you have a knack for horror stories, how
Yeah.
did that start? You know what I'm saying? A little girl writing horror stories, and a lot of people be like, yo, like most girls they want to talk about love. You said nope.
The horror got to go
So
straight.
tell the people a little bit how you got started into that and what made you interested in the first place.
Well, first off, with my teacher, we had a teacher named Miss Lottler, and she used to give us homework assignments where we have to create our own stories, and we could write about anything, just so long as we bring in our homework. And so
Hmm.
everybody else was choosing to do like little thrillers and romance, but I said, well, I'm gonna do a horror story. And my first horror story was something in the house or something like that. I couldn't remember the name of it, but my aunt, her name is Elaine, she did a drawing, and she did a drawing where she cut the girl's head off and had it under the bed. And so I looked at that picture and just started writing off of that. I get inspired by pictures, so that's mainly how it started.
Okay, so it started with pictures. So what type of pictures was you looking at? This is fourth grade. Tell people like,
Okay, well, it's kind of like if you look at like Fred Krueger and Jason, and you get your Jeepers Creepers and It the Clown, and there was another one called Fright Night. I don't know if people ever watched that or not, but it
yeah,
was
Friday Night was a banger as well. So
Hmm.
you like to entertain people but scare them at the same time,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, at the same.
So I guess you got a kick out of watching people's reaction.
Yeah, 'cause my teacher, she looked at me like I was. She like, you did that? I was like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, but my aunt did. I said my aunt did a drawing, but as far as the story goes, that's all me.
Okay. So how old were you when you made your first book?
I freshly graduated high school, so I was 18 when I first got published. So I was under this company named Diamond Cuts, but I didn't stay there long. So then I started learning more about publishing and seeing that I didn't have to be under somebody else where they're getting majority of my royalties. I can do it myself. So after after around 2016, around 17, it became a self-published author and did it myself.
Okay. So you decided to go the route where, look, hey, I want to be independent. I want to keep all the monies.
Yeah, I'm
All
be my own
the monies.
boss.
I need all the bag.
Exactly.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I understand it.
Like I.
So what was the name of this first book?
This first book, actually, it was the book that I started in the seventh grade. Didn't finish it till my 10th grade year of high school. It's called Love or Hate, which is my first published book.
Okay. So where can people find that book?
It's on Amazon, and you can find it on
Go to
Amazon and Google
Amazon,
Play.
y'all. Get that book.
Hmm.
Where else?
And Google Play Store.
Google Play and Amazon, y'all. Check that book out. You know what I'm saying? What's the title again?
Love or Hate.
Love or Hate. Star
Mhm.
Singletary. That's the first book. Okay. So how many books have you had published?
In a total, 23.
23 books. Wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 25 right now, but on 23.
25 years old with 23 books.
Yep.
Yeah, as they say down here. You know I'm a Philly boy, folks. So when I say it, I'm showing love. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, that's how you do it. That, yeah, wow, that's very inspiring
Hmm.
to hear that at such a young age you've become an author that has written so many books telling these stories. How did you get into filmmaking?
That would have been that would have been around seventh grade year as well. By Tyler Perry, I got inspired by him with stage plays first, and around eighth grade, I said, "Well, if I can do stage plays, I want to turn this right here into like a film." So that's kind of how it all started. Got inspired by him.
Okay, so your first film, what was that?
That would be called. It's called The Call, which is on my YouTube channel, Star Film Productions. So
Okay, so how did Star Film Productions come about? Um, did you go the local way, or did you just pick up a camera and just start going in? Like,
I
tell the people.
just did it myself.
Okay, see that independent work, y'all hear it? Yo, listen to all the writers and filmmakers out there. You don't always need a whole bunch of people to get your dreams done. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? It's great to have help along the way. And it's great to have help because I have help. I'm literally having help right now. Right.
Right,
But
right.
the people that help you, they want to see you push and do things your way and be independent.
Mhm.
And that's a great thing to hear as somebody at your age. So you know what this show is about, right? And
Yeah, I
we
do.
already talked about what the show is about. So before we dive into that, though, I want you to tell me a little bit about your first film, and then we'll start talking about your first play.
Okay. Well, the film is based on a girl who gets on social media and she makes a post where she's tired of being single. And so a guy, he comments under her post. And, by her mind, she wants to she wants to be in a relationship so bad that she'll talk to anybody, not realizing he's a serial killer.
Oh,
And so that's what it's about. Basically, be careful what you post on social media because you never know who you're talking to.
oh man, that sounds like a fatal attraction type of situation. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what's up. So how do you come up with these stories? I mean,
They just
And, you were such a young girl, so and you were young at that time, so you were letting your imagination run wild, and you brought these things into fruition, and they came to life. What was
yeah,
the people's reaction like? How did they take to it?
they like it. They basically the way you are right now, ask the questions, and basically my age, and just amazed by it.
Yes, yes, that is amazing. Hey, listen, that's why I keep saying it. I'm literally amazed right now as we
Hmm.
go through it. Okay, so you had 23 books. How many films?
This will be my second major film that I'm doing this year. So
Okay,
yeah,
all
and
right. So, what's the next film?
the next film is Don't Open the Book. So this is based on like a bunch of kids. Their curiosity got the best of them. You know how when you kids you see something and somebody an adult tell you don't touch it, but you in your mind I want to go touch it. I want to see why I can't touch it.
Yeah, I'm a not listen. I'm gonna be hard headed and try to figure it out on my own.
Exactly. And their
Yeah.
curiosity got them into something that they can't get out of. So they got to fight their way out of it. Because this demon, he wants to cause chaos, but he can't cause chaos through a soul that has already committed sins. So he needs a soul that hasn't committed no sins.
Okay. Wow, that's deep. So it takes a pure soul. So
To
that's
commit
pretty
sin.
deep. So I would like to believe that you rooted in God and you believe in God. Then, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Exactly.
what's up.
God still
Um,
can't without him.
I hear that because I can't either. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely what's up. Okay. I think that's pretty dope. To see someone uh being distinguished as an author and a filmmaker. Um, this next film that you have, don't open the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where will people see it?
It'll be on Tubi and it'll be on Amazon Prime.
It'll be on Tubi and Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay, which opens the book for the next
Exactly.
question. Okay, how does a person, let's say, I'm a filmmaker. I got my camera, I put my film together. I did everything I needed to do. I took every step to make the film. I got it edited. I got it chopped up properly. Everything is good. Audio is good. Picture is good. How do I go about getting a film on Tubi or Amazon per se?
Like with Tubi, you got to follow their guidelines. Like your quality has to be good. Your credits, like which will be your who played who, and your title and your poster. It has to be the qualified image take that it needs. But if you don't have any of that, corrected, they push it back out. They won't accept it. And it's the same way with Prime also. So that
Okay. So basically the movie gotta be A1 before it even get the green light from
exactly. Like they're
either
not gonna
entity.
exactly.
Okay. So that's what's up. Do you have any other films that people should be aware of and go check out?
Nah, just those. I only got just those two right there that's coming out.
Okay. So now let's get into it.
I'm ready. Let's
You're a
go.
great writer.
Thank you.
You also have plays coming out,
Yes, I
right?
do.
How many plays have you done? And
This
how
will be
did
my
you get into doing plays as well?
this will be my fourth play that I'm getting ready to do come September.
Okay. Tell the
And,
people a bit about that.
it's called the Six Singing Angels. It's basically like these six boys. One of the brothers want to sing. He doesn't want to sing gospel, but his brothers want to sing gospel. So they end up with the wrong music producer, and he starts taking the wrong route, which splits the group in half. So it's basically like know when the devil is talking to you and know when God is talking to you.
Oh man. We all have that experience. Angel on your left shoulder. No, devil on your left shoulder, angel on your right shoulder. And,
Yeah.
it's just going crazy, and you just got
Don't
split
know.
decisions going on all in your head. So it's pretty dope. Tell me a bit more about it.
About it. And then like the group themselves, they end up with a good music producer, somebody that actually cares about them and wants them to be on the right path. But meanwhile, their brother, he's on the wrong path with a producer that doesn't care what he does. The producer got him out there doing God knows what, which puts him in a bad position. Because the producer, he mainly wants your money. He really don't care too much about you, as long as you making him money. So that's
Yeah.
the point of it.
As a person who's actually been through that, I can relate to that story, is because I've actually had situations where people was like, "Oh yeah, I'm the producer and I can do this and I can do that," and then come to find out I went with these people and they couldn't even get a lick of nothing done.
It's sadly.
So yeah, I understand that. It's a very relatable story.
It is, and there's a lot of what's going on today too.
Yeah, it's a lot of what's going on today. So it's very relatable. It's something that people can get with.
Hmm.
I will be playing the
Yeah.
producer guy that she was just talking about, folks.
Jimmy Jenkins.
And I thank you for this role.
You're welcome.
It's my first time doing a play and acting, period. But other than my music video, I did a little acting scene in my video. But other than that, I'm just a natural person with being bubbly and entertaining anyway. That's what I do. I'm just a bubbly guy. I like to make people laugh. I like to make people smile. Uh, I'm very charismatic, so I will deliver for you. And the role that you're looking for, I'm
Mhm.
definitely going to bring it, for the people. So
Okay, okay. Well,
I,
you gonna
I
have
I
fun.
thank you for this opportunity. I really do.
And you're welcome.
Um,
You're welcome. And I thank you.
uh, okay. So, what was your first play? Because we're talking about Six Singing Angels,
Mm.
and that's coming out in September. And
Yes,
we
that
have
time.
quite a while before we get to that. So tell me about your first play and how that came about.
Well, the first play is actually the first book, Love or Hate. So that play is based off of that book. And so that's how it came about. I said, well, I want to turn this book, since the book is getting ready to be published, I want to do something to bring exposure to it. So I turned it into a play, which was done down here in my hometown with at a it's no longer up at, well, the building is no longer there, but it was called the stage at the time. So
Okay. And how was the reception for the play and how the people react?
they liked it. It got packed. It got packed. Like, it didn't do good as the second play, but it did enough. It did, enough to say it did okay.
So your first play did good and then your second play did better, right?
Yeah, it
What
did
was the
better.
name of that play? Tell me a bit about that. Tell the people a bit about that as well.
That one was called Christmas Love, which was based on a guy who brings home the wrong female that his family doesn't like because she always causes drama. And on
Mhm.
top of it, she's not only sleeping with him, but also sleeping with his brother also. So,
Ooh, triangle. That's a
hmm.
crazy triangle right there.
Yeah. So that played
Um,
it good.
So when you decide to make characters, do you really think about making a character that people will really hate or really love? Like what's your way of your process of thinking about a character when you create these roles? Tell me a bit about that. What's your process for that?
I try to, like, cause I know like what goes on to. I know I try to like base it on like, okay, maybe this happened in somebody's life, so I'm gonna put this character as that character. And then I go to listen. Some people may think I'm crazy, but my characters, they're very much alive. Like, I can hear my characters talk, so I can
I can
see.
hear Jimmy. I can hear him. I can hear him. So
Yes,
I get it.
yes, I could pretty much see like how the scenes are playing out, and I can see what character is gonna play what this character fits this description. Cause you got to do
Okay.
your traits and stuff. Like, you got your traits. Like, this is a grimy person, so mm,
Right.
he fits the grimy person. So I'm gonna put him as that.
Okay.
And then you got your
Okay.
gold digger. So yeah, she'll fit that. So I'm gonna put her as the gold digger. So that's
Yeah.
pretty much how the process of characters go in my head.
So what's your process for selecting people to fulfill these roles? I mean, do you do casting calls? Do you do like you did with me? Because I didn't have to do a casting call. So
No. Yeah.
what was it? I have to ask because I didn't ask you this, but I'm gonna ask you on camera because it makes it more realistic.
Got you. Go ahead.
So, what was it about me that gravitated you towards me playing the role of Jimmy Duncan?
It's like your hard work, like your ethic. I can tell when a person has a soul of dedication. So that's what draws me towards a person more. If I pick up on your
I
energy,
appreciate that.
you welcome. You welcome. If I Because I can pick up on energies real well, so I can tell who's dedicated and who's not. And I can always tell a dedicated person because I'm more drawn to them. And I tell them, say, you need to do this right here. Do this. Come on over here. Let me get you. Let me get you in this play, and let's see what we can do. So that's kind of why I did that.
Oh man, I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm excited for this opportunity. I can't wait to see how the chemistry with the rest of the cast is going to be. And I hope that I deliver exactly what you want.
And you
Um,
will. You will.
Tell me about some struggles you have been through while doing everything that you have done. Like, what are some of the struggles that you've been through mentally while still having to entertain people? Because that's one of the things that we talk about most on this show. Um, the struggles you've been through, how you overcame them, and then what's next. So let's start with the first one, the struggles you've been through.
Okay, well, struggles would have been like trying to find people to support me at first. And that's kind of hard 'cause when you see you'll think these group of people right here will support you, and then when you see that they don't support you, it messes with your mind. That why they don't want to support me? I mean, you know me more than you know that person. But as you keep on going and don't give up, you'll see like that don't even matter because God got other supporters for you over here. You just got to keep going.
Absolutely,
So
I
that's
agree.
kind of how I
Um,
cope with it.
are there any other struggles that you went through?
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. There were times where I wanted to like kind of burn myself or kind of like give up on it, but I didn't give up on it. So I just kept going.
okay, so what was it for you that made you not give up?
Just I'm already here. I'm already doing it. I might as well keep right on going with it. Once you start, I'm the type of person. Once I start something, I don't want to give up on it, but sometimes it's hard to cope with that, not wanting to, give up on what you got to do. But it's something you got to learn to deal with.
Okay, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that you persevered. So what was your support system like? I heard you mention that, people won't support you. So what was your support system going through it like early on, and what's your support system like now?
Early on, it was kind of wonky, but now that I kept showing up, I didn't stay going. I didn't go hide. I just kept showing up, showing up. Now my support getting to where it need to be. So that kind of
Oh,
gives you a drive.
that's what's up. Um, okay. So we had it there in a whole ball, right?
Yes.
The support wasn't what it was, and now it's here. And now that it's here, where are you now mentally, and what's next?
Well, mentally, I'm a lot stronger now, and next is to come out with my own animation show. So
Wow. Tell
yeah,
people a bit about that. Animation. How do
it's
you even get into animation? And what's that transition like? Because I know doing films is one thing, but animation is a whole nother realm, right?
it's no another game.
So tell me a bit about that and what that journey has been like.
Journey has been pretty good, but it started with like the Family Guy watching. I don't know if y'all ever watched Archer or no. It's like an animation series. So
Hmm.
I just wanted to get more, and I said, well, I could turn my book into an animation series. So that's the process I'm in right now.
Okay, so how did you go about doing that?
I just did my research on it. You got to first you want to do your research and you want to learn and you want to study. And plus I'm taking some classes on that as well. So
Okay, give me your top five influences.
top five. That would
Give me your
be
top five authors first,
top
and
five.
then give me your top five directors.
Okay, well
You
you got.
know when I asked this question.
I know why you do see it. It's on my profile. Well, author wise, it would be Jane Fonda, and it'll be Zane, the author Zane. I don't know if too many people are familiar with her. But
Everybody knows Zane, and if you don't, you should get familiar. He just had women spent for the past 20 years.
Mhm.
Or is Zane a woman? I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
Zane, yeah, she's a woman. Zane is a
Oh, so
woman.
she's a woman. My correction, my apologies, Zane. If you ever watching and you heard that, I apologize. She had just women spent for 20 years. They were addicted to your books, and I literally seen it because my mother was one who was addicted to your books. Um, okay, Zane, who else?
And Jane Fonda, and then Tyler Perry, because his book that he came out with, and it's the guy that wrote Goosebumps. I can't even think his name is RJ. I can't even think of his name right now.
R.L. Stein?
Yeah, R.L. Stiles, that's his name.
Okay,
Uh, Good God, and Quan Mills.
okay,
He just
okay.
became my favorite one. So, and
That's
then
that's
that
a that's a pretty extensive list right there.
is,
I like it.
even though
Okay.
one of them is not on that list in my biography, but I still let them know that's my favorite authors.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay. Top five directors and why.
Mhm.
Now we're
Okay.
gonna go into the why on the directors because you're a director yourself. So give the people a little insight on why you chose each person.
Okay.
You don't
So
have to stay on each person for a long period of time, but you can
I got
get into it.
yeah, like with Tyler Perry, just his dedication and how he kept going, like his background, his story, and where he come from. And then with Jaquarius Johnson, I don't know if anybody familiar with him. His dedication to his stage plays and what he does, his creativity. And then you got and then Jane Fonda again because she does direct movies in her new TV series that she was in, and her past as well. So that would be why. And then there was one more on my biography, but I can't even think of his name.
You can tell I did my homework.
Yeah, you did, because I can't even think of his name. He's a playwright. He write plays too. I just can't think of I just can't think of his name right now. Mm,
Okay.
that is bad, but I just can't think of his name right now. But I know that he does stage plays because sometimes he dresses up as well. He does like what Tyler Perry does as well, but he don't
Okay.
dress up as a woman. He does old men characters.
Okay, so let me ask. I have my own opinion on this, but being as though that you brought that up,
Hmm.
how do you feel about the actors dressing up in women as women to play these roles? Um, I'm not trying to be controversial, but
No, you did.
um, how do you feel it affects how people perceive that actor once they play this role?
I mean, if you play it, in my opinion, if you play it too many times, then people are going to expect you to play that person, especially if they never seen you outside of that dress. So they're going to every time they see you, all they're going to think of is the woman that you played, and
Right.
that kind of can mess with some people's mental because they want you to see them, not the character. But if you put that dress on so many times, that's what we're going to remember.
Yeah, that's what people will remember you as. It's kind of like Tyler Perry's Medea character that anytime he plays anybody else, people is not really interested in what he's playing or what he has to say.
No.
So in your opinion, you think that kind of hinders the actor or does it help the actor?
I don't think it'll end them, but it'll help them as far as like making them branch out to doing different things instead of always putting that on. Because you see now when he do movies, he's himself most of the time,
Yeah,
and
he
he
was
do.
good on Alex Cross. People liked Alex Cross, but then some people didn't really like it.
Nah.
Um, which leads to my next question, right?
Hmm.
How do you handle the criticism from all the critics with films, books, all of it. How do you deal with that? Because me personally, when people don't even like my music, sometimes I'm like, you don't like that? I don't like this joke. But uh yeah, how do you deal with that? What is
Well,
it like for you?
well, me personally, it bothers me, but not too much to where I'm gonna get angry. But I'll be like, well, what you mean you don't like my stuff? Like, what you don't like about it? And then when they get to telling me, I'll be like, okay, now I see why I'm not even finna listen to you because at this point you don't know what you're talking about. But other than that, it don't too much bother me.
Okay, so it kind of makes you like go back to the drawing board and figure some things out.
Yes, like I can tell when something is constructive criticism, and then when someone is just being a hole. So,
Okay, okay, I get it. So
mhm.
if you had to choose from all the characters that you created, who's your
Mm,
favorite character and why?
it would be my favorite character would be Tyrone from Love or Hate. Out of all of
Okay.
them, and
Explain a little bit about Tyrone and why is he your favorite character?
because the way I wrote him, basically, where he really wants to fix his family, but his wife, she's so stuck on getting revenge on him for him sleeping with her sister and her best friend. So
Hmm.
just the fact how he fights to fix the marriage, but she doesn't want to fix it because in her head she want to get some. She wants to get him back for what he
She want to
did.
get back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
she want
he's
that
like,
get back. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, you heard her now. She want to get that get back. And that get back coming, boy.
exactly. But he ain't with all of that. He want to do counseling. He actually want to fix his family so his family doesn't become split down the middle, and he doesn't want his son to hate him. So
Does he
that's
fix his family?
nah. He
It's over. It was over for time. I think you better call time. My bad. I had to get in character. You see, I can get in character,
yeah,
y'all.
you
I had to
good.
stare his face that quick.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's awesome. Okay. So tell me, Star, what's next?
What next for me is to just with the play that you're in to
Hmm.
take it on the road, do a little small tour with it. So that's in the works, and then doing fundraisers so I can keep going on tour with it. So that's
Okay.
pretty much what's next.
Oh, that's awesome. I would
Mhm.
love to be on tour. I've never been on a tour either. You know, all the times I've done music, I've done shows, but I've never been on a tour.
Yep.
Um, better now than late, never, right?
Exactly.
You know, that's how I look at things, and I look at things in a way where God makes things happen on His time. So
Exactly.
people, if you watching, I want y'all to understand that more than anything. If
Ex-
you're trying to pursue something and it doesn't happen at the time you don't want it to, because that makes sense. If it happens at the time you don't want it to,
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense.
because it might come at a time you don't want it to happen
It's unexpectedly.
unexpectedly. So when it does come, be prepared and don't give up. You know what I'm saying? We go through this phase in life sometimes where when things aren't going the way that we want them to go, that
Mm-hmm.
we just hang it up. It's over. Oh, I'm done. I ain't got time for that no more. And then God will drop a blessing right on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it happens.
Amen.
So I say that to say for people that don't really understand, God is in control.
He
God
surely
is
is.
always in control. He's always going to be in control. So just wait on Him. You know what I'm saying? Wait on God and don't try to rush your dreams because
Mhm.
God know when it's going to happen. You don't.
Exactly. His timing is perfect. So.
His timing is perfect. Perfectly said, man. Perfectly said. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Uh, I've been saying that a lot lately. I think it's because I'm foolish. You did this to me, bro. If you're watching, but yeah. So I'm glad that we had the opportunity to do this interview,
Me too.
and And I think it's pretty awesome at what you're doing at such a young age. I feel blessed to be a part of the situation. I'm thankful, and I just want to say I'm proud of everything that you're doing. I haven't known you that long, and I'm impressed.
Thank you, thank you.
Like I'm very impressed at everything that you've accomplished, and I hope that you get to accomplish everything that you're set out to accomplish. Because to have so much done at a young age is amazing,
It
and it
is.
goes to show that age doesn't really matter. It's really your work ethic, right?
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have
Um,
a good work ethic.
yeah. So that shows me that you work hard and you take this serious. Um,
It's my bread and butter.
absolutely. Um, I would like to believe that things in the universe happen because they're supposed to, right?
Exactly. It's the way it's
So
supposed.
if you had one thing that you learned about this industry, the filmmaking industry, the directing industry, the writing industry,
Hmm.
if you want to separate them, you can. But my question is, what have you learned the most?
The most that I've learned, it builds character and it shows where your strength is at. So I've learned that I'm strong at what I do. Because I've seen times where some people probably would have just said I quit, but I didn't quit. So that's mainly what I learned from is to put it in the whole and put it in a category. It just teaches you about it teaches you about yourself, teaches you your own strength, and it lets you know where your mental is at, and sometimes it helps with your mental. So
What was your hardest moment as an author?
as an author, I didn't really
Hmm.
have any horror moments, but as a director,
Hmm.
my hardest moment was when I had to cancel a play because I didn't have no dedicated actors at the time, and that was kind of tough. And then the people that did say they'll be in it, they never showed up to practices, and that kind of can play on your mental. So that was kind of like my hardest time period, and that was around
Okay.
2018.
Okay. So that kind of puts you like in a bind, especially having to cancel. I can
Hmm.
imagine what that was like. So um knowing what you know now, what would you say, knowing what you know now, what would you say is the easiest thing to do?
You know what I know? The easiest thing now is knowing who I'm working with. So when I see that, when I can tell who I'm working with, that lets me know, okay, I got a good team. I done got that A team that I need. So that's like the easiest thing for me now versus back then, because back then I was just picking them because
Right.
I knew them.
So early on, you was just picking whoever you needed at the moment, and
Yeah, I
now it's like
was.
I gotta really vet these people. I gotta check their soul, check their temperature, see if they're good for what I'm trying to do.
It's,
Um, I think that's a great method to live by. For one, for me, I live by that method every day. So like I can
that,
relate to that. I really vet people because of what happened to me. You know, I explained that.
mm,
I've explained it a million times on the show, so I'm not going to keep saying it every episode. But yeah, finding people that you can trust that are trustworthy to carry out a mission is very hard because it's like it's in it's in the palm of your hands, but then on the low, it's in the palm of their hands. Because if they don't perform well,
that
you're going to get all the flack for that, right?
exactly
So how do you deal with that? How do you deal with that pressure?
that pressure. I just sometimes like yeah, I'll cry and then I'll just like, okay, we're gonna get up, we're gonna go back to the drawing board, we're gonna see what we need to do, and then I just fix it from there. And then I know
Okay.
who, yeah, then I know who I'm working with, and like I said, I know who not to work with. I make a list of everyone that I've ever worked with and that showed me they have low work ethic and they have no dedication. So that
Right,
they're written down on the list, and those are the people I do not ask to do anything for me no more.
right. Okay, so give me some do's and don'ts as a director.
As a director,
for
don't
for
be.
for somebody that's watching, for somebody that's watching, or they might not be watching right now, but they'll watch later, because this is how it always goes, right?
It does. It
Um,
does.
for somebody watching, what are some do's and don'ts as a director?
Okay, I'm gonna give you. Okay, I'm gonna give you this one. As a director, don't be a butthole. Please don't, because that make people not want to work with you. Try to be open, and you want your cast to be. How can I put it? You want your cast to be comfortable around you. You don't want your cast to be afraid of you or afraid to ask you anything. So try to be more open with your cast. That's your and you don't be a butthole. And your dudes, be a boss on set, but don't be a butthole on set.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Be a boss on set, but don't be a pain in the culo, folks.
Exactly. And nobody don't want to work with you. Now your film is flop because nobody don't want to work with you. And now everybody
Right.
done tell you that everybody done tell everybody use a butthole. You don't like to comply with your actors. You don't like to listen to your actors or anything. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely cool. I can see that. I can picture you being bossy on set though. Like I can picture it because you're very confident. I've noticed that from the moment we had our first conversation. You're very well grounded for a person your age, because honestly, let's keep it real. Girls your age, they just want to turn up and get wild out here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But it's the opposite for you. So what was growing up as a little girl like for Star? Because for you to be so poised and such an amazing soul to be able to carry out so much at a young age, what was life like? Explain that to the people a little bit. We only got a few minutes left, but we can get that in there real quick.
okay, life for me was pretty. It was cool. It was great. Like I was spoiled as a kid, so it was pretty much good.
Are
Parents
you the
taught me.
only child?
Nah, I have a lot of siblings.
Okay. How many?
Yeah, think about it'll be about if I'm wrong. Lord forgive me, little siblings, if I forgot one of you. But about 8 of us.
Wow.
There's 8 of us.
Wow, that's a big household.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you had a lot of siblings. So you had a lot of sibling support too then.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Actually, they were in my first stage play, which would been Love or Hate. So
Okay, so who pushed you to push the pen the most?
my mother.
Your mom? Shout out to Mom Dukes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Mom Dukes push you to push the pen. She saw your talent early, huh?
Mm-hmm. And plus,
That's
she bought
what's up.
the books and stuff for us to read. And then I had an aunt as well. Her name Elaine. So they put books in. They made sure I read a lot. So
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. It's good to have that support system like we were talking about earlier. When you got that type of support system, you can just go through the roof, and that's what I see you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so your mom and your siblings and whoever else support. Shout out to y'all because you are a product of your environment. I can tell. You're very poised, you're humble, you're very chill and relaxed. So that's something to look forward to working with you for one. Um,
yeah, I mean, I was taught at a young age when you step outside, not only do you represent yourself, but you represent your mother, your grandmothers, you represent the queen of your
absolutely,
family. So
absolutely. That's definitely what's up. So Jimmy Duncan, Jimmy Duncan, Jimmy Duncan, Jimmy Duncan.
Jimmy Duncan, Jimmy.
I like his name actually. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get into Jimmy mode now, but I'm not going to get into Jimmy mode now because then that's like kind of spoiling it for the people, and I don't really want to do that. But
Gotcha.
I like this character, and I think that the people are gonna really like what they see.
They
Uh,
will.
the play is awesome. The script is awesome. I'm still learning the script. Um, I got the first few pages of my part. I got it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got it down.
Okay.
Now, as I keep going, because I've been going through it through the phone, but I'm about to just print them all out.
Got you.
That's my next move is to print everything out so I can have the script and just read it and flip, like old school. You
Hmm.
know, we live in the modern times, but and I could continue that way, but I feel the way the play is, it feels like it has that feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
That
get you.
the message is good. And honestly, I can tell where your influences are. That's why I asked the influences. Not only did you say the influence, but I could tell where the influence is, and I could tell that you rooted in God. So, like for me, this was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm looking for because as a person who's growing and changing himself, this is something that can help
Help.
people relate and understand and help heal as well.
Exactly.
So is that what you look for in your when you give the messages that you give out to people? Are you
Yeah.
looking to help people heal and relate, or what is it that what is it? What's the natural reaction you're looking for?
Me, the natural reaction that I'm looking for is to motivate people to keep going, to push them, just to encourage them. So that's
Hmm.
what I look for. That's what I want people to get when they watch my stuff. Not only do I want you to be entertained, but I want you to be motivated. If I can do it, you can do it. It's
Absolutely.
about you getting up, get up and go out there and get it.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? To have such a positive outlook on life. What keeps you positive? What keeps you positive like that?
Just day to day life, just the fact that I'm getting up and I still got still got a chance to keep going. So that's what keeps me going.
Oh, awesome. This is dope. This is dope. I'm glad to had the opportunity to interview you.
Yeah,
I'm glad that we're getting to work together as well, like I said before. And
it's
everything that I just learned about you today will help for the future
exactly.
for everything going. Um, I want to thank you for coming on this show. Uh, the show has been going good, and people here are starting to like what we're doing. Right,
Yeah, good.
so I want you to tell the people where they can find you
Okay.
and how they can reach you.
Okay, you can reach me by email, which would be starfilmproductions98@gmail.com. And you can find me on IG at famous underscore star writer. And you can find me on Facebook. I go by my real name, Siberia Singletary.
Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go find it. You know what I'm saying? We still actually need singers. So if you guys are interested in being in the play, and you can sing though, you gotta can sing. You
Yes,
gotta
sir.
sing. You gotta sing. Buddy.
Gotta can blow. Gotta blow.
You gotta blow. I can't sing. I'm a rapper,
Ooh,
but
hey.
yeah, I leave that for the professionals. You know what I'm saying? I got a voice in the shower. I
Hey.
feel good. That's about it, though. That's about all y'all gonna get from me on the singing. But yeah, thank you for coming on the pot. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome and thank you for
Uh,
having me.
is there anything else you want the people to know before we log out and get off? Because we still got some time left.
I mean, I always leave people with a quote, and I always say it. I always say, everybody don't have the same vision as you, so just keep going because God didn't give everybody the same glasses that He gave you.
Absolutely. I like that. You know what? It's crazy that you said that because,
Hmm.
my wife and I, we have this conversation a lot, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't really get me a lot. So I understand it. But I've come to understand that sometimes people aren't going to get your vision.
They're
All the
not.
way down to the show, right?
It,
Some people thought I was just going to do a show where it was just going to be all about rap music because I lived, breathed, ate, and slept rap music all day, every day in my life, right? But the
hmm.
older I got, I started to understand that, it's more to life out here.
It
Uh,
is. It
Once
is.
I got married, it already became official. It's more to life out here. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes people won't see your vision and some people will try to hold you back from completing your mission.
And they will. Some will.
Did you endure that? People trying to hold you back from your mission?
I have, and I've learned to cut them off and love them from afar. Cause
That's great advice.
yeah, you'll have people that'll try to demolish your name, and they'll go tell other people. You'll have somebody that want to work with you, but then you got this person that don't like you, and they'll get in that person ear about you and just tell them all type of lies to try to stop people from working with you. So yeah, I've been through that. People lie on you and stuff, but I've learned to just ignore it and don't let it get to me.
Yeah,
Because if it's meant for you to work with that person, God will allow you to work with them.
absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in that as well. And,
Exactly.
sometimes people don't really they don't really understand why you do it. Like when you cut them off and it's like, oh, you think you better than somebody? No,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm better than somebody. I think I'm better than what I was yesterday. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And if I have to cut off what I need to be better than what I was yesterday, then I have to do it. And it's not nothing personal. I still love you. I
Exactly.
still call you. I still talk to you, but I just can't deal with you when it comes to that. You
Exactly.
know, so I understand that. That's a wonderful thing to live by. So that quote was awesome.
Thank you.
Um, you're welcome. Um, so before we end the show, I am going to say always be positive, folks, because you never know.
Never
You
know.
never know. Always be positive because you never know what's in store for you. You never know what'll happen. And thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to all the people in Africa, London, Paris, UK, India. You guys rock. You're making the group pop. Y'all been making the group pop. Follow the group on Facebook, the Pop Podcast with Tigmatic. I'm starting in a little bit. I need some water, y'all. I'm sorry. But
Sorry, take time. Take
also
time.
follow me on Instagram, the pot, the underscore pot underscore with underscore Tigmatic underscore. That's a lot to say. You guys can hop on there and follow me there. And also you can follow the YouTube page, which we are on all three of these right now, So everybody's getting it somewhere, I want to thank you
Make
guys
sure
for
y'all go
tuning
follow
in,
me.
like, share, and subscribe. Once again, Star, thank you for being on the show today. And I
You're
can't
welcome.
wait till
Thanks for
we,
having me.
do this work and do amazing things together. We gonna go up, you know what I'm saying? And I thank you
So
for the
will.
opportunity.
You're welcome, and I
Um,
thank you.
all day. You're more than welcome to come on the pot anytime you have a project. It doesn't even matter if I'm a part of it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Got
Anything
you.
you want to promote, you are welcome to come. You hear
Okay.
me?
Thank you. I hear you.
Yes,
Thank
yes. So with that being said, I want to thank the folks for tuning in again. And we will catch you guys on the next episode. It's your boy Tigmatic, and we are out.
you. Peace.
Peace.